525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, and laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about measuring love? Seasons of love. Seasons of love. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 journeys to land. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man? In truths that she learned, or in times that he cried, in the bridges he burned, or the way that she died. Though the story never ends, let's celebrate together a year in the life of friends. Remember the love. You got to remember love. Oh, seasons of love. Seasons of
Whose broad stripes and bright stars do us right? All the ramparts we ride were so gallantly straight, and the rockets that glare, the bombs bursting in air, keep to the night.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
$525,600 minutes.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2.
525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, and laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes. How do you measure
party straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she is waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight, we are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Now I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find new ways to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise a toast. 'Cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight, we are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Counting home tonight, just counting home tonight. Counting the moon's on my side. I have no reason to run. Just
Two.
someone
Check, check.
come and carry me home tonight. The angels never arrive, but I can hear
Virtual Innovators Academy.
someone come and carry me home tonight.
Class of 2026.
We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight, we are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. So if by the time
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. Baby, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Come on and celebrate tonight. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times, come on. Get up! Get up!
Check, 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 check.
Si te quieres divertir con encanto y con primor,
All right, proud family and friends. Make some noise for your class of 2026. Make some noise. Yeah, we're going to celebrate. We're going to have a good time today. Shout out all the innovators. VIA class of 2026.
Ey, 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 4 de julio, Verde y Ulay. Ando con mi prima borracha Rulay. Los míos en el Bronx, saben la que hay. Con la nota en hoy, por Washington hoy.
Hey, hey.
Colón me dicen el malo. Ey, porque pasan los años y sigo dando palos. Vendiendo discos como cuadro Frida Kahlo. Pues blanco, sí, sí, el tu sí racista.
All right, all right.
No te confundas, no, no, mejor evita. Ey, un chat de cañita en casa de Toñita. Ey, PR se siente
Yes.
cerquita. Sí, sí, sí. Tengo el campeón.
You got somebody who's graduating. Scream their name out right now. You love them. Scream their name out right now. Show that love. Make some noise. Make some noise. Make some noise.
Graduates, you may be seated. Okay, good morning, everyone. How we feeling? All right. This is what we've all been waiting for, so let's just keep that same energy throughout the commencement. So good morning again, everyone. My name is Julian, and okay. And I'm one of the founding teachers at Virtual Innovators Academy, and it's truly an honor to serve as your MC for this historic occasion. On behalf of the entire Virtual Innovators Academy community, welcome to our graduates, families, friends, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and everyone joining us through the live stream. Thank you for being here to celebrate the class of 2026. Now, every school has a first graduating class, but not every graduating class changes the conversation about what school can be. So today, we celebrate one that did. Today isn't just a graduation, it's a milestone. Because today we celebrate the inaugural graduating class of Virtual Innovators Academy, and if you haven't heard, we're the first fully virtual public high school in New York City and New York State. So class of 2026, you didn't simply attend VIA, you helped build it. When VIA first opened, people had questions. Could a fully virtual high school really work? Could students build friendships through screens? Could a school without hallways, gyms, auditoriums, cafeterias still create a sense of belonging? And those were fair. But today, we don't have to answer those with words. Okay, you prove that community isn't defined by a building, it's defined by the people who choose to build it together. And that's exactly what y'all did. Now let's be honest, building something new wasn't always easy. We tried a few things, some worked, some became learning experiences. We learned, we adjusted, we pivoted, we laughed, and we kept it pushing. So through every platform change, every update, every challenge, this class stayed the course because that's what trailblazers do. Being the first is never easy. There was no blueprint, no traditions, no alumni to look up to. Y'all became the blueprint. The tradition begins with you. And because of you, every student who comes after this class will know that VIA is more than an innovative school model, it's a community. And if you're from New York, you understand something about belief and patience. This is a city that waits, watches, questions, and then eventually celebrates when something is built the right way. But when something is built the right way, the city will eventually stand up for it. I mean, we're seeing that energy recently. So I guess you could say this year, New York's been reminding us what belief looks like. And class of 2026, you're a part of the same story. I'd be remiss if I didn't say Nixon 5. Okay. I'd like to recognize the people who made this day possible. To our families, thank you. Thank you for entrusting us with your children and believing in a vision at the time had never been done before. Your trust, your encouragement, your partnerships help make today possible. To our incredible teachers, paras, counselors, social worker, parent coordinator, and every member of Team VIA, thank you for showing that care, connection, and excellence can thrive in a learning environment. And to our administration, especially Principal Terry Gray, thank you for having the vision and the courage to build something new. Every great innovation begins with someone willing to imagine what others cannot see. Today, that vision is seated before us in caps and gowns. But enough about us. Today's about y'all. You're the main character, so let's see some of that main character energy. Okay? So, class of 2026, history isn't something we read about, Sometimes it's something that we create, and today you've created it. You will forever be reminded as the founding graduates of Virtual Innovators Academy, the trailblazers, and that's a really good look. The class that proved what was possible. So congratulations, and now we'll officially begin with this historic ceremony. So please rise if you are able to for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets that glare, the bombs bursting in there, they proved through the night that our flag was still there. Won't say this that star-spangled banner yet to wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you. Okay. So, every great institution begins with a vision. Before there were traditions, before there were graduates, before there was proof that this model could succeed, there was belief that education could look different, that innovation and belonging could exist together. It is my honor to introduce the leader whose vision helped bring Virtual Innovators Academy to life, whose unwavering commitment has guided this community from the very beginning. Please join me in welcoming our esteemed principal, Ms. Terry Gray.
Thank you, Mr. Julian. Hi, graduates. Good morning, good afternoon to those of you already on Bronx time. If you know, you know. My name is Terry Gray, and I am the very proud founding principal of Virtual Innovators Academy, and you might have heard we're New York City and New York State's first and only fully virtual public high school. Congratulations, seniors. Now let me just say something right off the top, seniors. Most of you kept your cameras off for 4 years. Like literally, for years, we've been saying, please turn on your camera. Can you unmute? Every teacher would say, can you please turn on your camera and send the camera message? And can you unmute? And we finally found a reason to bring you all together and make sure you're here with your cameras on, unmuted, and our students who are joining us through our live stream. Here you are, your caps and gowns on, with your cameras on. We see you now. It took a diploma to get you here, but we waited, and we are so excited to see your face. I want to tell you what I know about you, not the polished version, but the real version. I know your bedroom ceilings. I know your living room ceilings. I know your kitchen table. I know which one of you has had a sibling that would sit on your lap during class. I know who had a pet that was gonna bark in the back, not just mine. Shout out to Nairobi and Cash. I know who had no internet several times, particularly when it was time to unmute or be on camera. And I know something else, that every single one of you showed up anyway, despite your anxiety, despite your illness. And I want you to know that we all see you when you're battling a chronic illness, when you have to take 3 different medicines just to function, and then you have to rest for 2 days just to go outside for a few hours. And then you need 2 more days to recover after, and still you pushed through. Not because it was easy, and not because virtual school is some kind of shortcut, which some people think it is. But trust me, these people have never had to write a college essay, run a student government meeting, and troubleshoot their own internet connections at the same time, in the same afternoon. You did it because you decided, and that decision, that quiet, daily, unglamorous decision to log back in day after day is the whole story. Now, I've been a founding principal before, and I've stood in front of the first graduating classes before, but I have never, not once, been the founding principal of a school where I didn't meet some of my students until today. And yet somehow, you guys are the class that I am most proud of. Angelo and Diane, our valedictorian and salutatorian. I watched you work, and you are the kind of students a principal wants to brag about at every meeting, and I did. I bragged about you all the time. And then we have Anthony and Zahara. These are students who built our culture, made people want to be here, even if they want to be here, and told them, you belong, and we're going to keep you here, and made sure that they felt welcome. Thank you so much. And then there are 4 people I want to name together. Gladiana, Nathan, Logan, Ashanti. You didn't lead with noise, you led with presence. You were steady when steady was being the whole job. You showed up in the quiet moments, the ones that didn't make it into the highlight reel, but you held everything together underneath. That kind of leadership is rare. That's the kind of people that you are, and this school is better for all of the students who are in it. And then we had our early graduates, the ones who didn't wait. And I can respect that more than I can even say. You looked at the finish line and you said, I'm ready right now. Kiana, Dana, Jordan, Michele, Haley, Maya, Leo, you're this year's early graduates. You moved on your own timeline and you never looked back. That takes a different type of courage. Not the courage of keeping up, but the courage to move ahead. And then we have Sage, Luke, and Una. You were our earliest graduates. You finished last year before we even had a full senior class, before there was a graduation to walk in, before there was a tradition to inherit. You crossed a finish line that didn't fully exist, and you did it anyway. Today, you are back where you belong, because this moment belongs to you too. It always has. So I want to tell you what I saw at this school. I saw students who log on even when they're tired, even when their home was loud, even when they were transitioning between homes. When the world outside was doing everything it could to pull them away, I saw students who logged in, sat in breakout rooms, figured things out together across 5 boroughs, across neighborhoods, and across every kind of difference. I saw young people who chose to defend their learning out loud, to stand up and say, this is what I know, this is what I built, and this is who I'm becoming. I saw you become who you are, and that is one of the greatest privileges of my life. And I know as educators, we can all say that. I need to say one name, Victoria Williams. She loved you all. She's not here today, but she is in this room. This is a place where she should be standing, and I feel it, and I think you guys feel it too. She loved every one of you who crossed her path, and that love does not go away. Gone but not forgotten, forever VIA. And to every family in this room and everyone watching from home, you trusted us in a world where no one had done this before, where there was no proof that this would work, where your child was choosing and you were choosing something that looked like nothing you knew before, right? Because we always say, this is not your 2020 pandemic school. And you trusted us. And I hope today is the answer to everything you've wondered about and worried about over the past few years. Please know that we have done our very best to honor you and your children and to make this an extraordinary experience for them. So I want to say, this past weekend, I went to my parents' home. I was visiting them, and I drove past my old high school. And the summer before my senior year, I moved from New Jersey to Massachusetts. And I actually landed in a town called Marblehead, Massachusetts, which is one of the wealthiest school districts in the country. It's also one of the most segregated school districts in the country. So my family was the only black family living in the town, okay? And most of the black students, well, all of the black students except for me, were bussed in from Boston. And when I started in the school, I went to take my placement test to kind of figure out which classes I was gonna be in. And the teachers would talk to me very slowly, as if I didn't understand the words that they were saying. I took the test, I blew it away, and then the people who were talking to me slowly were suddenly saying, oh, you should be taking AP classes. Oh, you should be going to this open house for Brown, for Harvard. And the opportunities were real, but I'm always looking at them a little sideways, right? Because I remember how they judged me before they even knew me. I went on to be the co-captain of the track team there. I set a record in Massachusetts for track. I was doing everything that you could think of. I was taking all the APs, I was winning awards, but the senior year had barely any meaning to me because there was no one there that I really built anything with. And there were a lot of people who just made so many assumptions about me. So I feel like I know what it is to be underestimated before anyone takes the time to actually get to know you. And I know what it is to have to perform for your worth before anyone offers you grace. And I feel like at VIA, what I wanted to make sure was that you never had to go through that experience. That whether you came on the last year or you started with us 3 years ago, you understood that this was a school and a space and a community where you belong. You showed us all that we can have a virtual community where students are seen and heard. You showed us how to co-create the curriculum, co-lead our classes and community circles. And you showed us how to personalize a school for students who could not turn their cameras on. And I want to thank you all for giving us a nearly 85% graduation rate. I want to give a special shout out to Maggie Gomez and Pam Williams, our senior counselors, under the guidance of Teresa Wire, RAP, who worked so diligently to make that 85% happen, and all of our senior teachers who accepted your work as late as yesterday. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. Okay, so please, everyone, turn on your cameras. Show the world you are worthy of their attention, their care, their love, your celebration. And I want to say thank you for being the first. Thank you for putting VIA on the map. I will always appreciate you and love you. Once a trailblazer, always a trailblazer. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Okay, how are we feeling, folks? I'm gonna keep checking in. So thank you, Principal Gray, for those inspiring words. So today you've heard about the vision behind VIA, but every school is ultimately defined by its students. So this next segment is going to give us the opportunity to hear directly from the voices that matter the most, the graduates themselves. So as you watch, listen for more than their accomplishments. Also listen to their resilience, their growth, and the ways this community helps shape who they've become. So I believe we're gonna turn our attention to the screens.
Please excuse the technical difficulties. We'll have the video playing very shortly.
Okay, so as you know, in true VIA fashion, you know, we pivot, we adjust. That's just what we do here. So as they're rectifying that, what we're going to do is, okay, so now we're gonna hear directly from one of the leaders within the class. So it is my pleasure to welcome Delia Rojas, who will share reflections on behalf of the class of 2026.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Delia Diane Rojas, and I just want to say how grateful I am to be here today, celebrating this special moment with all of you. Today is not only about graduating, it's about recognizing how far we've all came, the memories we've made, the challenges we've overcome, and the people who helped us get here. Standing here today, surrounded by my classmates, teachers, friends, and family, reminds me that none of us made it through this journey alone. Every late night, every stressful moment, every accomplishment, and every lesson helped us shape into the people we are becoming today. To our principals, teachers, counselors, and school staff, thank you. Thank you for the patience you showed us, for believing in us when we doubted ourselves, and for pushing us to do better even when we didn't always see our own potential. You gave us more than an education. You gave us guidance, support, and memories that we will carry with us long after today. And I also want to give a special thank you to the teachers and staff who never left my side throughout my entire high school experience. There were moments when school felt overwhelming, moments when I doubted myself, struggled, or felt lost, and through all of it, you continued to believe in me. You supported me not only as a student, but as a person. Your kindness, patience, guidance, and encouragement made a bigger impact on my life than words could ever fully explain. Over the years, you became more than teachers to me. You became a second family. You created a place where I felt supported, understood, and cared for. And that is something I will carry with me forever. Thank you for every conversation, every lesson, every moment you checked in on me, and every time you reminded me of my potential when I couldn't see it myself. I truly could not be more grateful for everything you've done for me throughout this journey. The love and support you gave me helped shape who I am today, and I will always look back on my high school years with appreciation because of all of you. To my friends and fellow graduates, whether you are here in person or graduating with us online through Zoom, thank you for making this journey unforgettable. No matter where we joined, from classrooms, homes, or screens, we still shared the same experiences, the same stress, the same laughs, and the same memories. Even through distance, we found ways to support one another and stay connected. One day we were nervous starting this journey, and now we are celebrating this huge accomplishment together. No matter where life takes us next, we will always share this chapter of our lives forever. And to my best friends, Elaine, Janaya, Zahara, Angelo, Josiah, and Anyani, thank you for being the people who made the hardest days easier and the best days unforgettable. Thank you for every laugh, every conversation, every word of encouragement, and every moment you stood by my side when I needed someone most. True friendship is one of the greatest gifts in life, and I'm grateful that this journey gave me friendships that felt like family. No matter how far life takes us or how much time passes, the memories we created together will always stay with me. You helped me grow, believe in myself, and enjoy every part of this journey, and for that, I will always be thankful. Especially to my best friend and soulmate, there are truly not enough words to thank you for everything you've been to me. Through every high and every low, you never left my side. When I doubted myself, you reminded me of my worth. When I felt lost, you helped me find my way back. You never made me feel left out, weird, or like I wasn't enough. Instead, you accepted me exactly as I am and loved me through every version of myself. What makes our friendship so special is you listened when I needed someone to hear me, supported me, and showed me what true friendship is. Your loyalty, kindness, and unwavering presence have meant more to me than you'll ever know. You are more than a best friend. You are my Mal to my Evie and my Woody to my Buzz. My family, a safe place, and one of the greatest blessings this journey has given me. And forever, I will forever be grateful that I got to walk this chapter of my life with you by my side, and no matter where life takes us, I will always carry our friendship in my heart. You stayed when nobody was able to understand me, and for that, you are my why. And most importantly, I want to speak from my heart to my parents and my family. Mom and Dad, can you please stand up? Mom and Dad, thank you for being my strength even during the moments when I felt weak. Thank you for every sacrifice you made so I could have opportunities and a future. Behind every late assignment, every stressful night, every moment I felt like giving up, and every success along the way, you were always there. You were the ones who sacrificed quietly so I could dream loudly. Your love was never measured by words alone, but by every action, every obstacle, every prayer, every check-in, every hug, and every moment you reminded me that I was capable of anything. Thank you for the love you gave me on my best days and especially on my hardest days. And thank you for the way you always put our family first. I hope today fills your hearts with pride because everything I am becoming started with the love you gave me. I know there were difficult moments, but through it all, you never stopped standing beside me. There are not enough words to truly explain how grateful I am to be your daughter. Thank you for giving me the world and for always believing in me. I love you both with all my heart. Mom. Mom, thank you for being my safe place in every stage of life. Thank you for loving me through every emotion, every mistake, and every challenge. Your love is endless. Thank you for your comforting words, strength, patience, hugs, advice, and sacrifices. Thank you for guiding me every day. You taught me how to keep going when life felt heavy, and I will carry that lesson with me forever. No matter the age, I'll always be your baby girl, and I'm so grateful to have you as my mom. Dad, thank you for being my protector and for every sacrifice you've made to give me a better future. Thank you for always believing in me, encouraging me to keep going, and teaching me the importance of hard work, resilience, and never giving up. Your love, guidance, and support have helped shape me into the person I am today, and I wouldn't be standing here without you. I hope I can make you as proud as you've always made me feel. No matter how old I get or where life takes me, I will always be your little girl, and I'm so grateful to have you as my dad. And to my family, thank you for always believing in me, supporting me, and encouraging me to keep going. Thank you for your unconditional love, your prayers, and for always reminding me that I can achieve anything if I believe in myself and put trust in God. Your love has been my strength during the hardest moments and my greatest source of comfort through every challenge. I truly couldn't be standing here today without each and every one of you. This accomplishment belongs to all of us because your sacrifices, encouragement, and constant support helped me get here. I love you with all my heart, and I will always be grateful for everything you've done for me. And lastly, to my fellow graduates, today this accomplishment is not just mine, it belongs to all of you too. As we leave this chapter behind and step into a new beginning, I hope we remember that success is not only measured by achievements, but by the people who sit beside us along the way. Life will continue to challenge us, but if these years taught us anything, it's that we are stronger than we think. So today, let's celebrate every obstacle we overcame, every memory we created, and every person who helped us get here. To the graduating class, be proud of yourselves. We made it. Congratulations, graduates of VIA, class of 2026. Thank you.
Okay, well said, Delia. Okay, thank you, Delia, for reminding us that every graduating class has a unique story to tell. All right, so I think we were able to resolve some of the issues. See, graduates, y'all not the only one that have technical difficulties at the most convenient times. But I think we're now ready for the storytelling segment. Okay. Okay, so we've tried to instill with our graduates that education is about so much more than earning a diploma. It's about discovering who you are and finding your voice and preparing to make an impact in the world. So it is now my pleasure to welcome someone whose own career has been dedicated to creating opportunity, strengthening communities, and investing in the future of young people. So we are very honored to have with us the Borough President of the Bronx, the Honorable Vanessa L. Gibson, and Ms. Gray is going to give us some more words about the Honorable Vanessa Gibson.
Thank you. Okay, so today we are very honored to welcome someone who's shown up for the young people in our city and in the Bronx in particular. If you're from the Bronx, can you give us a little work work? Hey, there we go. So Bronx Borough President Gibson has shown up with a consistency and a care for our students that lasts. She's been a champion for public education, for innovation, and for the belief that every child in this city deserves a school that sees them fully and prepares them completely. She has backed that belief with action, securing over $50 million in capital funding to bring better technology into our Bronx schools. As the first woman and the first African American to serve as the Bronx Borough President, now beginning her second term, she has broken barriers in exactly the spirit that this class was trained to embody. Bronx President Gibson has been a friend and supporter of Virtual Innovators Academy. She has believed in our vision of a fully virtual public education that could reach young people across all 5 boroughs, and she has helped amplify our story. On behalf of our students, our families, and our entire founding community, we are grateful and we are humbled and so very glad that you are here. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the Honorable Vanessa L. Gibson.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I am so excited to be here, for this is the day that the Lord has made. I am so excited for this 2026 graduating class of students, the first graduating class here at the Virtual Innovators Academy. How exciting is it to say that? New York City's first ever fully virtual public high school that represents the city of New York. This is the first class to ever graduate from VIA. We are so proud of you. These incredible leaders who are trailblazers of creativity and innovation while learning virtually. So thank you so much for the honor to be here. To all of our graduates that are here in person, families, community, all of our graduates and family members that are watching virtually, thank you so much for the honor, for the privilege to be here on this milestone celebration. Truly honoring our incredible leader and founder of VIA, Principal Terry Gray. To our assistant principals and all of our teachers, administrators, all of our amazing staff of educators, support staff, to the leadership of UFT and CSA, and all of our partners, thank you for being here on this beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon. Today represents, yes, that deserves a round of applause, amen. So first, I recognize that our scholars and graduates here at VIA represent 5 boroughs across the city of New York. So as the Bronx Borough President, I want to first salute all of our amazing Bronx graduates, the graduates that represent Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and Staten Island. This amazing school here at VIA is a future-ready New York City school that has truly offered the best of college and career prep for our young scholars. Students have co-designed their learning experiences. They've had student-led clubs, daily advisory meetings, community circles, real-world projects and internships, exploring a range of career pathways, acquiring 21st century employable skills, financial empowerment, earning paid work-based learning opportunities, and early college credits and credentials, engaging in one-on-one advisement, and making sure that our scholars are prepared for the jobs of today and tomorrow. This is an incredible opportunity for all of our young people, and I am so proud to be here with all of you today. So first, this represents your culmination of all of your commitment, your consistency, your dedication, your drive, your determination, your exceptional, fearless leadership. You are leaders of today and tomorrow, and this is a great day of celebration for you, for your family, for your loved ones, and for the school community right here at VIA. Over the last several years, students, you have grown, you have developed, you have overcome obstacles, you've learned how to network, right, and work with others. You've learned how to believe in yourself. Along the way, we know that there were difficult days, moments of doubt, and times when you may have wanted to give up. Yet, you persevered, you moved forward, and that is the determination that has brought you here today. So give yourselves a round of applause. As the Bronx Borough President, I am proud to represent this borough. This is a borough of opportunity, a borough of resilience, a borough of courage, a borough that has often been left behind and left out. But I believe as borough president, I have been called to serve for this moment, for this season, and for this reason. To show up for the people of the Bronx, to deliver results, to make a difference in the lives of someone else. Part of our work at VIA is believing in our young people, making sure that all of you know that you are the author of your own story. Chapter by chapter by chapter. Be the best version of you and understand that you are ambitious, bold, creative, and determined to chart your future. No one should ever stand in the way of your future. The only obstacle to your success is you. Don't ever let someone stand on the sidelines and define your worth and your value. But know that you are loved. We are encouraged by your work. We are inspired by your perseverance. And we know that you are predestined for success. Why? Because you represent the inaugural graduating class of VIA. You are the first to do it. You are the example for others to follow. You are the foundation for this great school. And others will follow in your footsteps and create their own. So first, graduates, I want you to believe in yourself. There will be people around you in your circle that may tell you that you cannot do it. I want you to challenge yourself to let those people be your influencers. Show them better than you can tell them. Because I can tell you, as borough president, when I ran in 2021, folks counted me out. They said a woman of color serving as the borough president in the Bronx, it'll never happen. Not only did I win my first election in 2021, but last year I ran for re-election and got 83% of the vote. I'm grateful. So my message in that is, it's great to be a first. It's great to be the first inaugural class, the first graduating class. But make sure that in all you do, if you are a first, make sure you're not the last. I am the first ever African American and woman to serve as borough president in the Bronx. And I am grateful to say that. But I want to ensure that I'm not the last. Someone must follow in these footsteps and set their own footprints in the history of this borough. I want you to believe in your abilities, believe in your talents, trust your talents and your instincts, and never be afraid to dream big. Second, I want you to embrace challenges. Success is not about never failing, but success is about getting back up every time that you may fall. Because some of our greatest lessons in life come from the mistakes we make and sometimes setbacks. But students, graduates, if you face a setback, let that be your preparation for a comeback. Don't let that setback get the best of you. Don't let it break you, but let it make you and mold you into the young adults that you desire to be. I want to take a moment of reflection to celebrate our parents. Can we show our love for our parents, from mom and dad, aunties and uncles, grandparents, abuelitas? We love you. Thank you, parents, for believing in your children, for entrusting us here at VIA to not only educate them, but prepare them for the next generation. Thank you for encouraging them when times were difficult. Thank you for celebrating their victories when they were successful. Thank you for believing in your sons and daughters, sometimes when they may have doubted themselves. as you prepare for this next chapter of college and career pathways, speaking it into existence. It will bring you new opportunities, new friendships, new experiences, and also new challenges. Be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Join a club. Be a part of an organization. Participate in student government. Intern in a location that matches and aligns with your interests. Most importantly, learn and grow. Each of you is talented. You are uniquely designed to be exactly who you are. And never let anyone diminish your value. Never let anyone block the blessings that you are set to receive. I am grateful to be borough president because I get to travel this borough. I get to see the incredible work happening all across our schools. And most importantly, I get to support our schools. So Principal Gray knows that this year, in the budget that will be adopted on Monday by the New York City Council, I am joining Councilmember Kevin C. Riley and our office, and we are donating on behalf of the class of 2026, the inaugural class, $250,000 for technology. For technology, so that VIA can continue to invest in our young people. You can't just talk about it, folks. You have to be about this work. Show up and make a difference in someone else's life. Never underestimate, graduates, the impact that you will have on your school, your community, and the world around you. Know that we need your talents like never before. If anyone is going to change our society, it is young people. Young people are going to take over this world, and I am so proud to watch you work. So as we celebrate today what you have accomplished, we celebrate your future. We celebrate your achievements. We celebrate your new opportunities. Continue to dream big, work hard, and make us proud. And show the world what you can do when you are an alumni of VIA's first inaugural graduating class. Graduates, I am so proud of you. I look forward to your greatness. Stand and walk in your purpose. And if you stay ready for your future, you never have to worry about getting ready. All right? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So congratulations, and thank you to the staff. Can we give a round of applause to the staff, teachers, educators? I had an amazing visit to VIA a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't know the school, but when I got the resume application, I said, Kevin, let's give this school money. And I even decided to allocate the money to VIA even before I made my first visit, because I was so impressed that this is the only fully virtual New York City public high school that serves 5 boroughs but sits in the Bronx, all right? For in-person, of course. But I'm just really so grateful to all of you, to the teachers, to family, to parents, to community. Thank you for loving our children. Never stop believing. Never stop dreaming. Always aim for the ceiling and be inspired and encouraged to be the best version of yourself as you write your story chapter by chapter. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you, parents. Class of 2026, make some noise. Nixon 5. That's what we do. Thank you. Absolutely. This is the first. Oh my God. Thank you. Flowers while I can smell them. Amen. Right. Get your flowers. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay, thank you, Borough President Gibson, for those inspiring words, and thank you for bringing that big Bronx energy to the ceremony. Big Bronx, never the little one. Okay, Before we proceed, I'd be remiss if I didn't make this quick announcement. But we have a car that's blocking the area that needs to be moved. I think it's a Nissan, a license plate K as in Kevin, Y, H as in Henry, 6699. If you can please move your car. Thank you. Okay. So our graduates are entering a world that is changing faster than ever, one that values adaptability, creativity, collaboration, and lifelong learning. So our next speaker works at the intersection of leadership, innovation, technology, and opportunity, helping organizations prepare for the future while ensuring people remain at the center of progress. So please join me in welcoming Jenny Lewis, Global Head of Inclusion, Diversity, and Impact Partnerships at Block.
All right. Right before Jenny comes up. So trailblazers and families, our next guest, you probably know her. You may know her. When I first read her bio, I said, I think people have used her work. If you've ever sent somebody some money on Cash App, have you ever done that? Oh, okay, all right. Have you ever swiped a card at checkout with Square? Maybe you have a title playlist. If so, then you've already crossed paths with our next speaker, who's helped to lead these, and you just didn't know it yet. Our speaker today is a global leader at the intersection of culture, leadership, workforce strategy, and business transformation. At Block, home to Square, Cash App, and Tidal, she works to keep people at the center of transformation, shaping how teams lead, make decisions, and serve people in a world that is changing faster than your phone storage fills up. She is also a published author, an adjunct professor, and an award-winning speaker whose works connects inclusion, economic empowerment, and emerging skills to real opportunity. In other words, she has spent her career doing exactly what we have spent 4 years trying to teach you to do. Figure out who you are, find your people, and turn that into something that matters in the real world. Trailblazers, as our history-making first graduating class, you're about to walk into a world being reshaped by AI, new industries, and skills that didn't even exist when you started high school. There is genuinely no one better to send you off than someone who has helped some of the biggest names in tech navigate that exact shift. So please put your hands together and make some noise for Jenny Lewis.
Thank you. Hello, hello. First of all, I feel all the way set up. I don't know how I'm supposed to follow the energy that just left this stage, but I'm gonna try because I'm just a girl from Staten Island. So I hear we have some Staten Island folks in the building. Yes, okay. So Staten Island raised me, but the Bronx made me. I spent most of my formative years in the Bronx, so I am so proud to be here to celebrate the merging of the boroughs and, of course, the epic, amazing celebration of this first inaugural class at VIA. So just before we get started, there's gonna be a moment where we're gonna just keep applauding everybody. So I need you guys to give another round of applause to Principal Gray, your parents, your village, your friends, your family. They deserve it just as much as you do. And I also want to thank Kalila for inviting me for this opportunity. I couldn't turn it down for many reasons. One, because I was like you. I'm from the Bronx and Staten Island. I'm someone that was counted out for most of their lives. But also, I work at a fully remote company. And this is the first fully remote high school. So we have a lot more in common than you think. So just a quick reminder, I'm Jenny Lewis Rogers. I'm a leader, I'm a speaker, I'm a professional troublemaker, and I've built my career helping companies and communities think differently about who gets access to opportunity. But today, I'm mostly here as someone who was once exactly where you are. First of all, this is a very weird moment for me, because it was almost 25 years ago that I was in the crowds at my high school graduation, and I know you're wondering how that's possible, because I am forever youth. But I was sitting where you are 25 years ago, and there was a reoccurring thought in my head, and that thought was, will I survive this heat wave? It was so hot that year. Please Google it, June 2001. It was a like 105 heat wave. My dress melted to the chair. Be grateful for air conditioning. My limo caught on fire. Ask my mama, she is right there. But outside of trying not to die, I was also wondering what life would look like next. And that's why we're here today. And honestly, what I've learned since then is life is so much bigger and beautiful and messy and more amazing than I ever could have imagined 25 years ago, and it can be for you as well. So I want to leave here giving you 5 lessons that I wish I knew at your age. And I also want you to think of me as your rich auntie today, okay? Not rich because I am fabulous, which is true, and not rich because I have it all figured out, because I absolutely don't, but rich in lessons, rich in stories, and rich in advice to help you become bigger and better and dream more bolder than you have before. So, for the next 4 minutes, let's go into rich lessons. Lesson number 1, some of the lessons you may have heard before, but please stay curious, because I know you're here today, and yes, your diploma matters, and education matters, but what you learn will always matter more than what you already know. Your ability to learn will always outweigh any education that you may receive, because the world you're entering is changing too quickly for any of us to believe that what we know today will be enough forever. The people who thrive will not always be the ones who know the most or who have the most degrees. They will be the ones that are willing to stay curious, to ask better questions, to learn something new, and to unlearn what no longer works and begin again. Lesson 2, we heard it before, but you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is where growth happens. But the good news is, you've already know how to do that. You attended a school that challenged the traditional idea of what high school had to look like. You learned virtually. You balanced independent work with collaboration. You use technology, creativity, and design thinking to solve real problems. And I want to pause and congratulate you specifically for completing high school remotely, because that requires a level of self-discipline that most adults don't even have. Most adults don't even know how to work remotely and are able to accomplish or finish a project collaboratively over a virtual screen. That is a real skill, one that you've already developed that is going to put you ahead of the game. So you did not simply learn how to follow a system, you learned how to manage yourself within one. And you learned that systems can be redesigned. That is a powerful foundation. Lesson 3, my favorite lesson. You can be all things. You want to be the chef, the baker, or the candlestick maker? Please go ahead and do all of the above, but maybe not all at once. I'm here to tell you that you should explore the full breadth of your creativity and every talent that God has bestowed upon you. Stick with me. Life is a journey. When I was in high school, I wanted to be a lawyer. And then when I went to college, I wanted to be a journalist. And then, because life loves a good story, my first corporate job was actually in the mailroom. Neither of those things laddered up to those big dreams. But because I was curious and I paid attention and I was quite nosy, I went and read a lot of the marketing materials that were in the mailroom. And what I discovered working at a very big bank about their sales and marketing strategy is that it actually sucked. It sucked a lot. And so I had the bravery to say that to the head of marketing one day when I ran into them. And I was promptly fired, rightfully so. But I was hired back a week later as a marketing analyst, because I took a big bet. I called out something that I saw that I knew that I could fix. And what I want to tell you is that if I were to just wake up and say, oh, I'm only working in the mailroom, and give up on my dreams, then I wouldn't be where I am today. And now I'm in a career that requires a passion for justice, requires someone that knows how to tell a good story, marketing, and somebody who also knows business strategy, sales. So everything that you pick up along the way and on your journey, and every skill and creativity and things that you want to explore will ultimately assist you in who you are going to become one day. So explore your passions, take that side quest, follow your curiosity, and the thing that feels unrelated today may be the next big idea that you have tomorrow, but do not let having too many options paralyze you. We have a philosophy at Block. It's called start small and start imperfectly, but just start somewhere. Take the class, submit the application, build the prototype, Send the email and ask the question, why does this marketing suck? You never know where it's gonna lead you. Make the first version even when it's not perfect, but especially if it's not perfect. Because my fourth lesson is failure will teach you things success could never. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the precursor to it. You cannot master anything without failing at it multiple times. As I stand here before you, you may have heard my accomplishments and you may see the fabulousness. You may see the title or the work or the success, but what you don't see is that it took me 3 times to graduate college. And not because I wasn't intelligent or capable, it's just my path was not a straight one. I had to stop, I had to reassess, I had to begin again, and I had to decide what I truly wanted to do. And that took longer, but it didn't mean that I wasn't gonna make it. And the first time someone asked me to write a book, I failed. I couldn't finish it. I wasn't ready. I didn't have the right process. I didn't know how to get my thoughts out of my head and into my paper. But that failure taught me preparation. So when that second opportunity to write the book came around, I was more than ready to finish that book, and did. So, failure also teaches us something critical. It prepares us for something that success can't, because each time that you have to pivot, each time that you have to push back or learn to rebuild or prepare yourself for something you cannot see yet, it introduces you to grit, to resilience, and to the ability to persevere, and to persevere in the face of adversity. So, move through life with conviction in your purpose, but humility about the path ahead, and believe deeply in what you're building while staying open to the possibility that you may have to change that blueprint. And please do not let comparison to other people's expectations or their lives steal your joy. Someone else will appear to get there faster. Someone else will make Apple Music, Tidal Music. Should there never be another music streaming app again? Someone else is gonna do it first, and that's okay. You celebrate them, and then you get back to your work, because their timeline is not your timeline. You are never late to your own life. So class of 2026, I leave you with these parting words. Please, you are graduating into a world that is rapidly changing before our eyes. It needs now, more than ever, people like you, people who know how to use technology, but people who understand who that technology should serve. People who can ask the question, who will this help? Who might it harm? And how we can make this better. This is your opportunity, but it's also your responsibility. As your skills grow and your opportunities expand, you will have choices to make. Let your values be your compass, especially when the path gets blurry. Technology will change, jobs will change, tools will change, and your plans will absolutely change. But your values will keep you grounded in who you are, what you stand for, and the kind of impact that you want to leave behind. So in closing, remember this. Life can be much bigger and beautifuler than what you're ever dreaming for yourself. Keep learning, keep building, and keep beginning again. And when the road changes, as it absolutely will, remember what you learned here at VIA. What they prepared you for was not to just follow a path, but to create one of your own. Now go build something the world has never seen before. Congratulations to the class of 2026.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lewis, for those beautiful words. Okay, so throughout today's ceremony, folks, we've heard from leaders who believe in the potential of this graduating class, and we're going to continue to hear from some more folks. So we're actually now going to hear from some students whose leadership and academic excellence have helped shape this community. So we're going to first start off with our salutatorian, okay, who is a very remarkable and accomplished young woman, someone who's very near and dear to my heart. You're all near and dear to my heart. But who's very calm, but very just powerful. All right, so we're going to welcome Ms. Diane Hughes to the stage.
um, so hi, you all. First, I want to thank God for allowing me to be in this position to give me the strength and spirit to be here. And my name is Diane, as just said, and some of you guys know me. I think a lot of you guys do, I hope. And I think some of you guys don't. So just real quick, what I mean by position is not only am I salutatorian, but I'm also vice president of the 12th grade of the student government. I'm happy to serve you all. And I've done a lot in terms of clubs, activities, teaching, and producing. I've done that too. I've done a lot, but we're not here to talk about me as much as we're here to talk about you all. I'm going to address you all first. So, when I first started at VIA, Virtual Innovators Academy, it was still in its first year. It was still called A School Without Walls. And it was still adjusting and trying to figure out what and how learning could look like and be, and really create that school community in a virtual setting. So I will admit, although it was a school without walls, I had my own up. I think all of us in 9th grade had our own walls up. And I think that's part because the transition from middle school to high school is a lot. The transition from homeschooling to online schooling is a lot. And the transition from just, we're entering teenagehood, really trying to embrace it, this late teenagehood as well, is a lot for us. And I know a lot of us had personal struggles and a lot of us had tragedies come at the beginning of the school year, at the end of the school year. But as see all of us here, we survived 9th grade. We survived. We adjusted. We survived 10th grade, and we adjusted. We survived 11th grade. We adjusted, and here we are at the final day of school, of high school, at the final day of us being part of Virtual Innovators Academy. Technically, we're going to be like alumni or graduates now, so that's a new way to embrace it. But I really want to commend you all for surviving, so everybody clap for yourselves. Thank you all for being here. You made it. 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, you all have made it, you all have graduated. So I want to thank you all for that. Thank you for sticking out with me. Thank you for bearing with me. And I want to thank all the parents in the building. I want to thank all the teachers in the building, the administrators, the staff, the family, the support, your siblings, your friends. Thank you all. I'm so serious on that. Thank you all. And I want to thank my parents, and I want to thank my sisters. I want to thank my friends present, and virtually present and physically present. Thank you all for putting yourself here. Thank you all for being here. Okay, so everyone here, especially the support here, has been so crucial to what we have been doing. We have come to the point where we have created an environment where all of us can thrive. I've taken internships. I know you all have taken internships. We could go to clubs. We can go to meetups, hangouts, everything that has allowed us to be here. And I want to thank you all for that, because you have created an environment where we can act. And I'm proud to say that we all have acted. We all are here, and we all are going places. I have full confidence in that. So with this environment that we've acted in, I want to address you all on the fact that, You all have made this environment your own. This school is our own. We are the first graduating class of VIA, and we are the first class to go ahead and make this school something. We have made up this school. So with this school being our own, whew. Forgive me, guys, but I really want to talk to you guys about that. The reason, oh, okay, this is better? Okay, okay, good. The reason why I'm here is not because I'm any better than you all, because we're all great, we're all strong in our own ways, but the reason I'm here is because there were opportunities given to me that I took and I put in effort, and I took my high school experience, I made it something my own. And I want to really impress that upon you all. I know that blazing our trail, trailblazing is something we all had to adjust to. I admit, again, ninth grade, I had something to adjust to as well. I was scared of showing my face. I was uncomfortable with speaking up. I was not as willing to creatively invest in myself and personally invest in myself as well. But I did. I joined clubs, including theater. I think I saw Jim in the crowd, so thank you, Jim. And also Girls Who Code. I've done multiple clubs, participated in them, and like Town Hall with Zahara. And I really do want to thank you all for that, and you all have created and taken initiative, and I want to keep on pressing you guys to keep on doing that. We have watered this ground, we have toiled on this ground, we went ahead and put so much in it, and we have planted these seeds of our future that are going to go ahead and grow. And we are going to help it grow, and I am fully confident in each and every one of you that these seeds that we are growing, ours and others, are going to do more good than harm. We're going to go ahead and make a change, and it's going to be a beautiful, positive one. So please, everybody, just look at yourself, thank yourselves really quick, clap for yourselves. Okay. And I know it's going to be really hard to adjust to, yet again, another big change in our lives. Some of us are going to college, some of us are going straight into the workforce, some of us are going to do post-graduation plans like trade school and specialized schools, and we are going to continue to go ahead and develop as people and grow as people and grow into something that is more than what we are now. So love you all right now, and as we head into this next chapter, I really want to, again, impress upon yourselves, but also just trust yourselves in this fact that you have gained wisdom from here, you have gained experience from here, you have gained knowledge from here. And I want you all to use it to really personalize this school, personalize these lives, let what you're going to do, this new phase of your life, be something that you are doing and not something that is happening to you. Thank you all. I trust that you all will grow, and I trust all for your spirits. And that's really all I have to say in terms of salutatorian. Believe in yourselves, yeah.
Thank you, Diane. Great.
So we want to thank Diane, our salutatorian. We have a medal and flowers for her.
Okay, next up we have another very accomplished young man who is a jack of all trades, essentially. He does like so many things, and he does them extraordinarily well. So let's welcome our valedictorian, Angelo Manzanares.
right. Thank you, everyone. All right. Good morning, faculty, families, friends, and graduating class of 2026. Thank you, Mr. Julian, for that wonderful introduction. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to thank the Lord Jesus Christ for being the constant light in my path, for showing me his love, for he is with me, and I am not alone. Thank you to all my wonderful friends who made school feel less like assignments and more like memories. To my teachers, especially Miss Henry, for believing in me before I fully believed in myself. To my grandparents, Mami, Papi, and my Uncle Jay for always supporting me. I know I can always count on you. Mami, le quiero mucho. To my little sister, Juliana, who reminds me every day that joy can be found in the smallest moments. And I'm grateful to my great-grandparents, Tita, Papi Cesar, and Titi for coming to celebrate this special day. Gracias, Tita y Papi Cesar, por estar aquí hoy. To my parents, thank you for loving me, guiding me, pushing me forward through uncertainties, challenges, and experiences. Your patience, sacrifice, and faith shaped who I am today. Mom, thank you for every late-night conversation, every speech revision, including this one, every interview prep, and every moment you reminded me of my potential when I couldn't see it for myself. And to my dad, when you stepped into my life, you definitely didn't sign up for a roller coaster, but you stayed along for the whole ride. Thank you for the lessons you teach me nearly every day, and for showing me how to fix almost everything around the house, and for being a constant source of guidance, support, and patience. Thank you, Dad. To be first is to leave a mark on history. When we think about history, we think about people who stepped into the unknown first. The Wright brothers flying for the first time, Neil Armstrong walking on the moon, Thomas Edison chasing an idea that failed thousands of times before it lit the world. None of them knew exactly how history would remember them. They simply chose to keep moving forward. And today, we become the first graduating class of Virtual Innovators Academy. And that matters. Years from now, students will walk through the doors of VIA and hear about the class that started it all. The class that figured things out during awkward Zoom calls, frozen Wi-Fi, cameras accidentally left on, and the phrase, "Can everyone hear me?" becoming a part of our daily vocabulary. And maybe in the future, Mr. Deckard's microphone won't pick up every breath he takes. We'll see. I don't know. We are the experiments, the blueprints, and the first chapter. And honestly, we survived class.com. I mean, come on, that deserves a diploma. But as fun as all that was, it also taught us something, that we can figure things out even when nothing goes as planned. I thought that when I became a senior, I'd have everything figured out or find some life-changing formula. But being here now, I'm just as nervous about the future as many of you are. College, career, adulthood, taxes, credit score. But maybe that's the point. Life isn't about having every answer at 18. It's about having the courage to take the next step anyway. So I remember in 9th grade when my mom asked me if I would one day want to be valedictorian. I told her no, I don't think so. But the truth was I did want it. I didn't think I was capable of it. And I know I'm not the only one who has felt that way before. Because sometimes the biggest obstacle in our lives isn't failure, it's the belief that we're not good enough before we even begin. So let's talk about failure for a second, because everyone in this room has experienced it. Neither failure nor success define who we are. They're simply tools that help build onto the person we're preparing to become. Sorry about that. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before creating the first light bulb. The Wright brothers were told that human flight was impossible. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity. Imagine if they had stopped at the first rejection, the first mistake, or the first person who doubted them. They weren't superhuman. They were persistent. So when life tells us you can't, remember this. The people who changed the world were often the same people the world doubted first. So I want to leave you with one final thought. Inside every one of us are two voices. One that says you can, while the other says you can't. Both voices will speak to you throughout your life. When you apply to a school you think is out of reach, when you start a business, when you face rejection, when you lose confidence, when life gets hard. The difference is not which voice exists. The difference is which voice you choose to feed. Feed the voice that tells you to keep going. Feed the voice that believes you are capable of growth, purpose, and impact. Feed the voice that reminds you that God created you for more than fear. Class of 2026, we are making history today as the first graduating class of VIA. And this is only the beginning. Some of us are heading to college, some to trade school, the military, or the workforce. I myself will be going to St. John's, majoring in biology. So our paths will look different, but our potential is all the same. The ability to leave this world better than we found it. So let's chase our dreams. Let's take risks and fail, but learn, grow, and try again. Let's love our families and support our friends. Let's celebrate our wins, big or small. Let's become the people we are meant to be. And wherever life takes us, may we always remember that greatness isn't just served for a select few. It is built day by day by ordinary people who choose to persevere. Congratulations, class of 2026. Let's go leave our mark on the world.
Let's give it up for our valedictorian.
Okay, so I think next up we have some selected student voices. Oh, okay. We have a selected student voice of Ms. Gray.
I'm back. I'm speaking one more time. I speak 2 more times after this, but okay, here we go. This is for our families. So Trailblazers, before we go any further, we're going to pause for something very important. None of us gets to a stage like this alone. Behind every single one of you is someone who believed in you long before today, who got you logged on for class, who sat with you through the hard nights, who celebrated the small wins because they knew that these small wins were building towards something much bigger. And to our families, this journey asked a lot of you. It asked you to do something very different, become a virtual learning family. You didn't just send your child off to school in the morning. You had to welcome them to school in your home every single day for 4 years. You learned a new type of education right alongside your child, and you made room for it at your kitchen table, in your living room, on your dining room table, in the bedroom, in the quiet moments before the login, and even afterwards. And that's a different type of Trailblazers. So I'm gonna ask my graduating seniors to please stand and turn to your families and salute them and applaud them. Graduation is yours too, and show them the love that they built for you. Let's hear it for our families.
All right, Trailblazers, thank those families. All right, you guys could be seated. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, Ms. Bernard. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, parents, guardians, staff, distinguished guests. Thank you. I'm Ms. Bernard. For any family in here who hasn't had the opportunity to meet me, we welcome you today. We celebrate you. As the parent coordinator, it has been a true honor to work with so many of our families throughout these years. Today, while we celebrate our graduates and all that they have accomplished, We also pause to recognize parents, caregivers, aunties, yes, aunties, uncles, grandparents, godparents, neighbors, family friends who have walked the journey with them. Behind every graduate is someone who encouraged them, supported them, advocated for them, and believed in them, sometimes even when the road was not easy. Families are such an important part of a student's growth, success, and future, and today we want to honor that. It truly takes a village to help our young people reach this milestone, and we are so grateful for the love and commitment and partnership of our families, all that you have shown. At this time, I am proud to present the Parent Leadership Award to a parent whose dedication has made a meaningful impact on our school community. Ms. Tyndall is the proud parent of not one, but two of our scholars. Brooke Tyndall, one of our amazing trailblazers from this first graduating class, and Bryson, who will be rising to the 10th grade in the fall. As one of our, yes, that is huge. Give it up for Ms. Tyndall. As one of our founding parents, Ms. Tyndall has been a part of this school community since its very beginning. From the moment I joined this school as your first parent coordinator, Ms. Tyndall welcomed me with open arms and a true spirit of collaboration. Over the past 2 years, she has served as our Parent Association president and has been a consistent thought partner, advocate, and supporter for all families. I have truly grown to adore and admire her. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. Her commitment to this community has been genuine, steady, and deeply appreciated. Everyone, please help me give a round of applause to Ms. Shamika Tyndall. I just want to, before I leave, I just want to again thank you all. Thank you for collaborating with us over these past 4 years. Your active partnership has really made a true difference in these students' lives, and I'm so glad and I'm deeply touched to have met each and every one of you. I can't wait to get out there and, you know, give some more hugs, and congratulations to you all. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bernard. Okay, folks, so next up, so one of the hallmarks of VIA has always been about flexibility and meeting students where they are and helping them reach their goals on their own timeline. So today, we're also gonna recognize graduates whose determination and hard work allowed them to complete their journey early. It was like, I ain't playing. Reminding us that success doesn't always follow the same path. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Yoon to come up and recognize these folks.
Oh my goodness. Let's give it up one more time for the class of 2026. There's also the cohort of 2025 and the cohort of 2027 here. Today, we not only honor those who have graduated as trailblazers, but as our innovators. They forged a path for future VIAers and made tangible what is possible if the goal was to advance and excel the process of getting a diploma. So today we also celebrate those who have graduated, Today we celebrate our early graduate cohort. Can we give it up for the early graduate cohorts? Can I also ask if they could stand up for a moment? There's not too many, but we want to recognize them and just giving them a round of applause. Hey! Great job. All right, you can take a seat now. So let's be real. We celebrate them and recognize their hard work and pursuit of academic excellence and achievements. But let's be real and let's be humble. It's a journey, it's a process. its growth, its maturity. And I've had the pleasure of having and knowing each of you who are or have graduated early, since you were a lower classman, a freshman, a sophomore, into this graduate. And as a father myself, I understand how important it is to remember those moments that made me proud to be your teacher, which I have in terms of those memories and moments of each and every one of you, even the embarrassing ones that I would never share. For example, when the kind and calm Kiana Dawkins, with her adorable collection of stuffies you would always see and join in the Zoom classes, would accidentally be unmuted. And the things that you would hear may not have always been so kind. When Maya Key, she here, Maya, would only go on camera when she has her makeup on. Otherwise, she would have the best looking forehead in the class. Or when Jordan Williams would always exit the class yelling out something in Japanese and gracing us with a frozen picture of her face as she exits the Zoom class. Or Leo Jimenez, skip Leo, who would fall asleep while the camera's on. Or Sage, who would showcase her amazing ability to write, to perform, and then put on the away sign for the next 30 minutes of class. Luke, 24/7, 365 network issues. Una, Michele, Haley. I probably embarrassed you guys more than you embarrassed yourselves, but I thank you for encouraging me and not being judgmental, and allowing me to tell my dad jokes and cheering for me while I cheer for you. And all joking aside, Kiana is the kindest, Maya is creative, Jordan is positive, Leo is self-determined, Sage is an independent intellectual, Una is strong but tender, Luke is quiet but thoughtful and pensive, Michele is sophisticated but simple, Haley is calm but always loud with her smile and amicability. And I see this in all of our graduates today. We relate one way or another, and we're forever connected. And I believe that is intentional, that everything happens for a reason. We don't always have to understand why, but accept it, and you move forward. You stay humble when you can, and proud when necessary. Respect and love people. Honor your parents. Move with purpose. Don't waste your life and be purposeful. We're more than a filled seat, a digital footprint, atoms matter that take up space. We can make a difference, and you can live your purpose with joy. Pursue happiness. Be happy. We are on borrowed time, and our days are numbered. So make it count. Make history, as you're doing now. God bless you guys.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yoon. Okay. Now, so every community is shaped by people whose impact continues long after they're gone. So today, as we celebrate this milestone, we also want to take time to honor someone whose vision, dedication, and commitment helped build the foundation upon which VIA stands today. So we want to remember Victoria Williams Perez with gratitude and love. And at this time, I'd like to invite Samantha Rivera to lead us in this tribute.
Make some noise, class of 2026. Good afternoon, Principal Gray, Assistant Principal Wire, and our newly Assistant Principal, Ms. Thomas, Ms. Lewis, and Ms. Gibson. Teachers, family, and also my fellow graduates. My name is Samantha Rivera, and I'm very excited to be here today as one of the students in the first graduating class of Virtual Innovators Academy.
We are the first of its kind in the New York City Department of Education, and we are proud of all the hard work we have made these past 4 years. However, there is someone who started with us but who could not be here today, and that person is Miss Victoria Williams. Some of you may also know her as Miss Perez as well. Those of us in the graduating class remember Miss Williams and all the help she gave us and counted us during our first 2 years. It was an unfortunate and unexpected blow to learn that on April 29, 2024, Miss Williams passed away after battling an illness she kept private. Though she was suffering, she never complained and always worked hard to help us succeed. She was a wonderful person and cared about us. When I had started first at Virtual Innovators Academy back in September of 2022, I had underwent spinal fusion surgery due to having scoliosis. Ms. Williams had undergone a similar surgery and understood exactly how I felt. She was very supportive and always encouraged me to continue through the pain. She taught all of us how to be resilient, which is why I thank God that we made it this far. She would have been very proud of us today. And today I want to honor her for our contribution to our success. Thank you for having this time to listen to me and remember an important person in our journey. We miss you, Miss Williams. I know you would have been very proud of us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Samantha, for those beautiful words. Okay.
It's me. Hello. All right, I'm back. All right, we're about to call the names of our graduates. We're getting to the end of the ceremony. We're gonna call them by advisory. We believe a lot in the power of advisory. We have our students loop with their advisor for 2 years. Some have been with their advisor 3 years and some 4 years. We like to build a close-knit family with our advisory. That's why we want to honor them this way. But before we call the names of our graduates, and before this moment becomes history, I need to stop and speak to some people in this room directly. My advisory. My advisory was not made up of students. Mine was made up of the people who showed up before there was a school, before there was even a building, a roster, a schedule, or a student single enrolled. They showed up when VIA only existed as an idea and a stubborn belief that New York City students deserve something different and better. We built this from nothing. There was no blueprint for a fully virtual public high school in New York City, no model to follow, no one to call when things did not work. What we had, all we had, was one another and the type of commitment that does not clock out. You all just heard about Victoria Williams. She came to VIA and she gave our students consistency, care, and a presence they could count on. She showed up for young people in ways that do not always get seen, but are always felt. Victoria is not with us today, but she is present in this room. And every student who crossed her path will remember her, and she will be in every diploma that we hand out today. And then we had Miss Lamika Andrews. She was our first counselor, and she held the emotional center of this school from day one. She saw our students as whole people, and she helped to build the systems that we put in place to support them, and gave us something to build out of just the care that started it. Now I'm gonna call up individual people and I'm gonna ask them to come and get their awards. I'm gonna ask Ms. Thomas to help me over at the awards table. When I call your name, please come up. Okay. First, I wanna give it up for Mr. Julian, our MC. They're in those boxes, So Mr. Julian, who's up here today holding our whole ceremony together beautifully with the same excellence that he brings to everything that he does. Mr. Julian was named the MFA Muller Teacher of the Year Award, which came with a monetary prize of $20,000 for himself and a cash prize of $5,000 for VIA. We want to thank Mr. Julian, one of our founding members, for his excellence and leadership. He's also our U of T chapter leader, and he's like our ad hoc AP in resident. Thank you, Mr. Julian. We appreciate you. Next, I want to call up Carly Friedman. Ms. Friedman was one of our first advisors, building exemplars for everyone else to use. She poured her heart into our students' voices and made sure that our community knew they had something worth saying. She helped to plan with Ms. Torres one of our first poetry slams that will now be an annual tradition in the spring. We want to thank Ms. Friedman for her leadership. Next, I want to bring up Sparkly Peters. Ms. Peters is our Director of Technology, and she took our vision. We worked together in our last school. She took everything that we planned there and implemented over here. She made it real and beautiful and made sure that our students understood they were innovators. As she taught math our first year, she taught computer science, and she has made sure that our tech team is fully functional. Thank you, Ms. Peters. I want to bring up Kellyanne Henry, our PE, health, mindfulness guru. She used to run Wellness Wednesdays, ensuring that we all got together. She's the reason why most of the staff have walking pads and stay in shape. You brought wellness into a virtual school, and you made it real. Thank you. Mr. Ortega. I want to bring up Mr. Ortega, who brought art and identity into the center of our school and reminded us that learning has to be whole and not just academic, and made sure that our students had amazing digital art projects. Thank you, Mr. Ortega. I want to bring up Miss Lowry. Simone Lowry. Miss Lowry joined us as an ENL ELA teacher, and she held the line with grace when things were hard and gave our school the kind of presence that they lean on without always knowing why. She's always a safe place to land for our babies. Thank you, Miss Lowry. And then I want to bring up Jasmine and Jeffrey Carrion Rodriguez. Yeah, we keep it in the family here. So 2 people came to VIA and made it something incredible. Jasmine was the U of T School Secretary of the Year last year. She is an amazing, amazing president. And Jeff has been our work-based learning coordinator. Before that, he was our RJ coordinator. Before that, he was our attendance coordinator. He will just do whatever we ask him to do, and we really appreciate that about you. Thank you guys for not just belonging here. Jasmine stepped up and became our Future Ready coordinator, so you guys probably know her from that. And just thank you for always embracing our students and making them feel loved. Thank you so much. And so these people did not just give their time or their talent. I mean, we used to FaceTime each other on the weekends late at night and show that we were all working. That first year, we just all worked all the time, and it was a small school of just like 7 or 8 people. We just want to thank everyone. Special shout out to Ms. Eccles, who also joined us year 1, and I just want to thank you guys so much for giving us the time, the grace when you had to pivot and pivot and pivot over and over again. So we're gonna make sure, you know, the diploma ceremony is for our seniors, but this moment is for my advisory, and I just wanna thank you guys so much. Our graduates are gonna go in the world carrying VIA with them and understanding that. Last but not least, I wanna bring up Mr. Unicorn. Mr. Yoon, if you don't know, he is a woodworker, he is a graffiti artist, he is a dad who homeschools his children. He cares so much, and we are so appreciative of all of the work that he put into year one.
Just real quick shout out to Dana, because she's too special to forget. She's graduating early. If you're next to her, just give her a hug. Give her a hug, give her a hug.
Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And there are some people that just simply show up, not for the applause, not for the title, not because it's easy, but because they are made of something rare, a combination of discipline, grace, and a deep, strong, abiding love for young people and the educators who serve them. Teresa Wire is that person. Teresa, I've had the extraordinary privilege of working alongside you for over a decade and a half. From the hallways of Bronx High School for Writing and Communication Arts, where we built something beautiful from 2011 to 2022, to the entirely uncharted territory of a fully virtual public high school, where you answered my call in 2023 and I said, please come, and you joined and you never looked back. At a time when others are slowing down, you sped up. At a time when most people would been fully entitled to rest, you looked at me and you said yes. You walked into a school without walls at that time, literally, and you helped us build the walls from the inside out. You realigned our guidance department with the kind of steady and expert hand that only comes from decades of purposeful practice. You helped position us for our nearly 85% graduation rate that we're celebrating today. This number is not just a statistic, it is a testimony, and the part of the testimony that has your name written all over it. You never flinched when I said, can we try this on the schedule? You kept pivoting. You never balked when the technology shifted right beneath our feet. You were willing, genuinely, enthusiastically willing to try, to learn, to adapt in a virtual school. And that spirit is not optional, it is actually oxygen, and you brought it every day. And then there's AWE, the Alice Walker Foundation for Education, the organization you founded and named in honor of your mother. This act alone tells us everything we need to know about who you are. You come from love, you build from love, and everything you have given to our students, our families, our colleagues, and to this school is rooted in that same love. Teresa, you know I love you like cook food, because that's what you always say to me. And I want to give it right back to you in front of everyone today, because that is the truest way I know to describe it. Warm, nourishing, sustaining, and real. And when it came to our students fulfilling, experiencing the full joy of high school, not just academics, but the memories, you made sure no one was left out. You worked tirelessly on our yearbook alongside Ms. Ortega, which you will get on Tuesday, I promise. Okay, and you partnered with Ms. Matthews to bring our senior activities to life. You planned every event, and you made sure that no one was turned away because of money. You made sure that we had equitable access and that it was a non-negotiable, not a talking point, not a practice, and that's the kind of leader that you are. Every single one of us stands with you today, and we really appreciate you, not us. As a founding member of VIA, you didn't just do a job, you established a foundation. You laid the groundwork, and we will stand on that for generations. And we want to thank you so much because you've earned every moment of what comes next. May your retirement be full of rest and joy, travel and laughter, of mornings without alarms, and afternoons that belong to entirely you. You gave so much to so many for so long, and now it is your season. Thank you to saying yes when I called. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for being exactly who you are, with all the love that cooked food can hold. All right. Okay, so now we're going to call the seniors. We're going to present their diplomas. their awards, and then afterwards, I'm going to do the graduate's oath. I'm going to tell you to turn your tassels, and then you get to throw your hats in the air, okay? All right. So let's give it up. Mr. Julian, you're coming back.
All right, folks. So this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. So to my advisees that I've been with most of you for 3 or 4 years, no lies told. All right, so let's give it up to Nathan Angelo, Michael Buquio, Logan Bourne, Sage Braun, Laura Chos, Shari Clark, Josiah Cruz, Kiana Dawkins, Ashanti Darrenpaul, Luke Hamilton, Genesis Islar, Robert McDermott, Dylan Perez, Yasa Ruffin, Aiden Smith, Vanessa Stevenson, Cameron Thomas, Tiana Warner, and last but not least, Jordan Williams.
And Angelo Manzanares. The following students receive honor roll. Nathan Angelo with a GPA of 89. Shari Clark, who's watching from home, with a GPA of 90. Laura Chicos with a GPA of 85.72. Ashanti Darrenpaul with a GPA of 86.31. Who also won the award for English Language Arts. Angelo with a GPA of 96.46, who also won the award for Social Studies and Mathematics and English Language Arts and Science. Vanessa Stevenson with an 85.94 average, honor roll. Cameron Thomas with an 87.3 for honor roll. Tijuana Warner with an average of 98 and the award for Social Studies, Mathematics, and Science. Jordan with the GPA of 97.13 and the award for Social Studies, Mathematics, English Language Arts, and Science. Congratulations to Mr. Julian's advisory. Next, can we have Ms. Hassan's advisory rise? Thank you.
Congratulations, graduating class of 2026, but especially my advisory of 2 years. Love you guys so much.
And Mr. Julian's advisory, you're welcome to take a seat at this time. Thank you so much.
We have Thomas Baxter, Charisma Franklin, Jador Henry, Eric Eisler, Prince Mincy, Madison Montero, Justin Natera, Trinity Newkirk, Jeremiah Rivera, and Joshua Wang, Janaya Oliva.
Okay, as they're lining up for their pictures, I want to shout out Dana Hughes with an average of 98.02, and the award in social studies, mathematics, English language arts, and science. Charisma Franklin with an average of 88.63. Jador Henry with an average of 88.24. Reem with an average of 87.52. Thomas Baxter with an average of 87.14. And the award for mathematics, English language arts, with an average of 97.68, Trinity Newkirk, and an award for social studies, mathematics, science, and English. And Haley Gordon with an average of 99.03, and the social studies award, the math award, the English language arts award. Congratulations to Ms. Asens. All right, thank you guys. You may be seated. We're going to welcome Ms. Friedman's advisory. Okay. You want to say a few words?
Alrighty. To my advisory, aka the Cozy Crew, congratulations. Woo! We have Zahara Al-Hamidi. Oh. We have Sarah Durkovic. We have Kate Foley. We have Reem Jami. We have Richard Kajovi. Shania Lewis. Matthew Marin. Jaslyn Ordonez. Michaela Phillips. Samantha Rivera. Delia Rojas. Jelena Russell, Brooke Tyndall, and Natalia Turovich.
All right, and while we're taking the pictures, we want to congratulate Matthew with a GPA of 85.4, who has made the honor roll. Natalia, who earned an average of 99.05 and earned the Social Studies Award, the Mathematics Award, the English Language Arts Award, and the Science Award. Shania, who had an average of 94.78 and earned a Social Studies Award, the Mathematics Award, the English Language Arts Award, and the Science Award. Richard Kajovi with an average of 89.84. Why you slacking, Richard? And Social Studies Award and the English Language Arts Award. Yay! Miss Brooke Tyndall, who had the 90.94 and also won the Mathematics Award, the English Language Arts Award, and the Science Award. Jelena Russell with an average of 90.76 for the honor roll and the award for Social Studies, English Language Arts, and Science. Kathleen Foley with an average of 90.08 and an award in English Language Arts and Mathematics. Here we go with Reem. Reem with the English Language Arts and Social Studies Award. Jaslyn Ordonez with the average of 86.99, making the honor roll. Samantha Rivera with an average of 90.02, making the honor roll. And Deandra with an average of 86.95. And Zahara Alamidi with an average of 86.03 and the English Language Arts Award. Thank you so much. And now we're going to have Ms. Friedman come back. And we're going to have that advisory collect your awards and have a seat. And next we have Mr. Deckard's advisory.
Alrighty, welcome to Mr. Deckard's advisory. Imagine I am Mr. Deckard. I'll try to breathe heavily on the microphone. Okay. All right, congratulations to Victoria Tchaikovska, Michele Edwards Norges, Jaleese Figueroa, Christopher Fowler, David Galvez, Diane Hughes, Leo Jimenez Mercedes, Donovan Madero, Ellie Pena, Caitlin Quiles. Deandra Ranglin. Terrell Smith. Olivia Sola. Anthony Storniolo. And Emily Uzman.
All right, and we want to, as they're taking their pictures, we want to recognize Caitlin Quiles with an average of 91.91 for honor roll and an English Language Arts Award. Natalia Michele with the Social Studies Award and the Mathematics Award. Olivia Sola with an average of 92.93 for honor roll and a Social Studies and English Language Arts Award. Anthony Storniolo with an average of 99 and an award in Social Studies, Math, English Language Arts, and Science. And some gift cards in here with some monetary values. Victoria with the Social Studies Award, the Math Award, the English Language Arts Award, and the Science Award. Diane with a monetary cash award and an average of 93.85 for social, and an award for Social Studies, English Language Arts, and Science. Thank you, advisory.
Please forget the mind and not the heart. But we also like to bring up Angelo Manzanares. Come back up across the stage, Angelo. Let's give it up for our valedictorian again.
All right, and right now we want to do a special award for Anthony and Diane. I think we're both still standing down there, so you guys can come back up. Anthony and Diane. Both Anthony and Diane take every opportunity that is given to them, and they entered themselves in a hackathon delivered through Howard University, and our beautiful trailblazers won the hackathon, competing against many different schools, and they were awarded, they were awarded this amount of money. We're gonna hold both sides and we're gonna see a big check. Give it up for Diane and Anthony.
And now we have Miss Torres, who's giving birth very soon, but not right now.
All right, so just want to say congratulations to my Via Badoobies. You know, that's been our name for a minute. So our first graduate that we have is Angelique Anand. Angie. Then we have Gala Ahwad. Then we have our girl Jasmine Banks. Gladiana Felice. Jaria Nellis for me. Hanley Gruyan. Hanley, I do Hanley. Jasny Hostos. Faiza Isfak. Christopher Menon. Shania Nord. Matthew Osario. Hey, Matthew. And Oliver, who's his dog. Jeremiah Samuels. Darrell Sanford. And last but not least, Amanda Smalls. Congratulations to class of 2026, my Bia Badoobies.
All right, and while they're lining up for their picture with Mix Torres, we want to say honor roll for Jasny Hostos with an average of 88.98. Honor roll for Jasmine with an average of 89.26. Jasny also got achievement in ELA. Jasmine has the achievement in ELA. Honor roll for Gladiana with an average of 91.79. Academic achievement in ELA, Social Studies Science. Honor roll for Hanley with a 99.04. Academic achievement in Science, Social Studies, ELA, Math. Honor roll for Faiza with a 90.39. Academic achievement in Social Studies in ELA. Honor roll for Angelique, 87.31. Honor roll for Gala with 89.34 and academic achievement in social studies in ELA. Darian Ellis, honor roll of 90 and academic achievement in ELA. Congratulations. And now we have Miss Lowry.
All right, congratulations. So we have 2 members here and the other 4 are not here, but I would like to recognize them. Fiona Shahali, David Carrasco, Riley Davis, and Jabron Obi. They're not here today. However, we do have Nikeli Mejia. Please come on up. And Chow Hee. Congratulations.
And as we take that quick picture, Nikeli is on the honor roll with an average of 90 in academic achievement in social studies, ELA, and science. Riley has an honor roll of 86. Fiona honor roll of 85. And David, I might have.
J Squad.
Before we ask the graduates to rise for their oath, I just want to thank our MC, Jude Julian. Thank you for being a founding member of this team and for emceeing today. Thank you, Ms. Teresa Wire. I had a long tribute for you earlier, but retire well. You've earned every single moment of rest. And thank you to Ms. Matthews and Ms. Bernard for putting together this. And a special shout out to Jasmine, who behind the scenes made sure we had all that we needed. I also see Jim Waller in the audience from our Epic Theater Ensemble family. Thank you so much for giving to our students something no algorithm can replicate: the power of story, the courage to speak, and the knowledge that their voice matters on stage. And thank you for being with us since year one. And finally, thank you to Open Door Arts and Education, who helped to facilitate this graduation, and Hallucinated, who did our live streaming. We really appreciate you. Now I'm going to ask the graduates to rise. Before I declare this class, I want to take this opportunity once again to thank our families who have supported our graduates every step of the way. So graduates, please repeat after me. With gratitude for my school, please turn on your mics. With pride in my city, I pledge to cherish the innovative spirit of Virtual Innovators Academy. That's pretty good. To strive to fulfill my individual potential. All right, let's go. And to serve my community, my city, and my country. Now, by the powers vested in me by the New York State Board of Regents and the New York City Department of Education, I pronounce you graduates of Virtual Innovators Academy. You walked in with your tassel on the right, symbolizing your status as a student. Please turn your tassel and move it to the left. You are no longer students, you are alumni. Forever VIA. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you, guys. You can toss your caps in the air. You can toss your caps in the air. You can toss your caps in the air. All right, our graduates are going to walk out first. Families, please clear the hall and let our graduates out first. Graduates, please exit the same way you came in. And congratulations. In the cafeteria, we have refreshments. Graduates are going straight to the cafeteria. Graduates are not waiting in the hallway. They're going straight to the cafeteria. Meet them in the cafeteria. Go to the cafeteria. Meet your child in the cafeteria. Thank you. Thank you, staff. Thank you, team members. Go to the cafeteria. Thank you so much.
Graduates, has any of you left your bag on the seat earlier? Please come and get it. It's behind the stage.
And graduates, take your books. Those green books are your gifts. Please take your books. Mr. Brown will take them to the cafeteria.
Take me through that, take me through that. She going. Take me through that, take me through that. Go through that. Take me through that, take me through that. Take me through that, take me through that. Take me through that, take me through that. Where we going, twin? Take me through that, take me through that. Where we going then? Take me through that, take me through that. We gone. Take me through that, take me through that. She gone. Out of that, ooh, she gone. Out of that, overly, yeah, she gone. I'm taking her up through there. Two, I'ma go two pair. Hydra, two players. Got body like she went on a drill. Look at you, go trim. Cut it, get it on film. 4-course meal, she ate up the drip. She wanna go through there, yeah. Pop me in one name, tryna get fried. Take another piece of the fried. Gas up, shouted, up through there. The cool like a rocket for real. I told her, charge me up, my phone. I don't even know. Yeah. I don't even know. Through that, take me through that. She gone. Take me through that, take me through that. Go through that. Take me through that, take me through that. I don't even know what she said, cause she formed. It's formed. And she got it done. Like the way she formed. And she gon' perform it. Look the same in morning. She don't stop, keep going. I don't even know what she said, but that's what I hear in my head.
Once again, congratulations. Virtual Innovators Academy class of 2026. Bring up all the support systems, man. Staff, family, friends, everybody who supported y'all on your journey. Hey. Make sure y'all celebrate, y'all have a good time, y'all be safe, enjoy your summer.
He love what
So everybody exiting, doing a two-step, doing some type of dance move on the exit to the cafeteria.
Voice turns my ear all the way on. Just a minute.